What you saying, ladies and gents? It's your boy Buckethead Sam. Let's go right into the video. Let's just say this team is hard as nails. Oh, not that hard. I'm not in. Okay. Big bloke and all.
Oh, scary! Oh, shiver my timbers! Shut up, man!
I'm going to start off in goal. The rock at the back. The spine of the team. No one has heard of this bloke. I mean, unless you're Brazilian, basically, yeah. Which I can't imagine any of you. I can, like, no way actually. No way, I'm not that big time yet. Not that big time yet. So yeah, start off with the keeper. His name is Bruno Fernandes de Souza. Signed for Flamengo in 2007. He's really famous for this. I've seen him when I've seen the videos. He's a keeper who took free kicks. Hop on, I'll put a little link in the description of a tasty free kick he scored in the final, 2010. Bang, top bins. But yeah, he's going straight in goal. Played 134 times for Flamengo, quite a big time. Tipped to be the captain in the 2010 World Cup for Brazil. Yeah, big time. That was until 2010. Went to a sex party, met this model. Basically got her pregnant, wanted her to get her an abortion. She refused. So what do? You have her kidnapped, killed, chopped up, fed to the dogs, sentenced to 22 years in prison. Move on to the right back. So right back, I couldn't really find anyone. So I've spoken to him, we've had words. He said he'll put a shift in at right back. We have Jermaine Pennant. Bang. And in 2005 he was at the Blues. Blues. But yeah, he was at the Blues, doing absolute bits for them, I can imagine. Big time. But yeah, and was caught drink driving without insurance, and driving when disqualified, which, yeah, obviously, bit of prison time. He's sentenced to 3 months in prison, but only served 30 days. And then Blues waited for him. First week back, straight in the team. He's wearing an electronic tag against Tottenham. Next to Jermaine Pennant, we need a hard centre-back to cover. We're going for MBE, Tony Adams. No nonsense, Brexit, 6'3" centre-back. Have it. Solid player. Admitted to 2 offences of drink driving. Sentenced to the old 3 months in prison. But only again, spent 30 days. The next centre-back I was hoping would be Harry Maguire, but somehow dropped the shoulder, past the Great Police, and it's still being appealed, and I don't know. Basically, he's not gone to prison yet. We're all waiting. He deserves it for his defending recently. Now we're going to talk about Peter Swan. Before my time, 1960s, and in 1962 he was playing at centre-back for Sheffield Wednesday. And as you do, playing against Ipswich Town, supposed to be quite a tight game. Our old Peter's put quite a few bets on his own team losing. And obviously, they lost at Ipswich 2-0. So it came out 2 years later that he'd been betting on his own team. Was got a ban from football for life, and a 4-year prison sentence. Makes it even worse is Alf Ramsey, 1966 manager, said he was on the top of the list for centre-backs. Top of the list, didn't even make the World Cup. Now hop over to left back, Gary Flippin Croft. Ipswich Town player, made over 400 appearances in the English Football League. Pretty good career. Gary was caught drink driving, sentenced to 4 months in prison, but as you do, as footballers always do, was let out early after serving 1 month of the 4-month prison sentence. And now we're going to our centre midfielder, probably one of my favourite people on this earth. I love him. Everyone hates him, absolutely everyone. I'd love to see him on I'm a Celebrity. Joey flipping Barton. Joey Barton. Well, we love you, Joey. But yeah, Joey Barton, holding midfielder, my captain. He's got many cases. One in driving through Liverpool and drove over a bloke at 2 AM in the morning, breaking their leg. He also, in, I can't remember what year, Man City training, gets old Dabo, has a bit of an altercation with Dabo, hospitalises him, as you do to your teammate. He also, I think, a youth player, he got his old cigar, put it out right in his eye, that was stuff in his eye. 2008, he got into another fight in May, and yeah, got done for common assault, got a 6-month sentence, only served 74 days. So I know you're now all thinking, Joey Barton, I've set the standard high for class, and this bloke is just about on par. He's going to play centre mid, but this guy's going to add a bit of flair. But I'd say Joey Barton, still probably the better player. Ronald Deeney, the Ballon d'Or winner 2005, PSG, AC Milan, Barcelona, that's the one, couldn't think of it. Was building a fishing platform on some river. And yeah, I'm sorry, that's all the information that I can't pronounce. I'm not even going to try it. I'm going to, hopefully, if I can do is put some font here, tell you what it is. Some river. But yeah, anyway, I'm waffling on. And built on some heritage site. So he was fined, and he couldn't pay his fines. So 57 of his properties were seized, and his Spanish and Brazilian passport were taken off him. That is vital to this story. Because then in March 2020, after the release of his book, and get that cash back in so he can pay those fines. Yeah, he couldn't get into Paraguay, so as you do, got a fake passport, you're Ronaldinho, no one will notice, you'll get right through. Yeah, got caught. But our man Ronaldinho got sentenced to 6 months in prison, where he only spent 32 days. Again, how do these footballers do it? Yes, he did spend the rest though of his time in house arrest, where he went to a very expensive hotel and spent his house arrest there, as you do. But in his time, he played in a futsal tournament in prison, and reportedly his team won 11-2 in the final, where he scored 5 and assisted 6. So I think he could probably play up against, like, alongside Joe Barton, because big players, got a lot of egos in this team. But we'll make it work. I'll have a word with them all. But now, yeah, let's move on to the next play. So our right midfielder, he's not a conventional right midfielder or winger, but again, called him up. Little dial, and he said, you know what I'm saying, for you player, I'll put in a shift. Ian flipping Wright. Ian Wright, 33 caps for England, 118 Premier League goals. Oh, I don't mind if I diddly do. So before becoming a pro footballer, Ian Wright was sentenced to 2 weeks in prison for failing to pay his taxes and driving without insurance. But it was in this time when he was in prison, in those 2 weeks, when he said he was locked up in a cell, his exact words were, he vowed to God that he would try and make it as a footballer. And now we're hopping over to our left midfielder, Adam Johnson. Oh, Adam.
It's a bit of a sticky one still.
So, Adam, where do I start? He started communicating with a girl who is 15, remember that? Put it up there. 15 over social media. So our midfielder, Adam Johnson, in 2016, was sentenced to 6 years in prison for 2 sexual accounts, activity with a minor, and grooming. Disgusting, mate. Disgusting, pal. But may I add, Adam Johnson only served 3 years. 3 flipping years. She was 15. It's disgusting. The 2 big men up top. To the 6-foot lump. That is Troy Deeney. Troy, you're the man. Gonna supply the goals. Over 300 appearances for Watford. But yes, it was back in 2012 when our man Troy, on a night out on Broad Street in Birmingham, little boogie, gets into a fight with some students. Huge brawl. And there were two students lay on the floor that Troy and his friend severely beat up. One of them got a broken jaw and the other one had 20 stitches to the head. Troy was sentenced to 10 months in prison. But again, footballers, a bit of a quinky dink that's going on here, only served 2 months in prison. And so our other striker, our final player in the team, not number we're going to give him, number 11 we're going to give Lee. Lee Hughes is our final striker. And Lee Hughes was well known, made over 300 appearances in the English Football League, and is well known for his time at West Bromwich Albion. He had quite a successful career, but in 2003 he lost control of his Mercedes and veered onto the wrong side of the road and sadly hit another car. And there was 3 people in the car, and the driver and the passenger were severely injured, but the other passenger sadly passed away because of the incident. But our man Lee fled the scene and turned himself in 36 that's not a number, 36 hours later. And yeah, not pretty poor from him. And in 2004 he was sentenced to 6 years in prison, but again, you can imagine, common theme with this if you've noticed, if you're screwing on up here. He only served 3 years in the prison because of good behaviour from all these footballers. It's a shame that all these good behaving footballers behaved badly in the first place, but yeah, that's my team. But I'm saying, with that team, with me on the sideline, we are hard as nails. Everyone's going to be just crapping themselves. They are not ready for what we're about to bring. We are hard as nails. Don't know what team, what we're going to call it. Maybe you can give me some ideas. I need a good idea for team name. But yeah, with the likes of Joey Barton bringing the class to the team, I don't think there's anyone beating us. No, flipping way. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Keep waiting for the next one. Look at that, Sam.